Welcome to the A Lot More podcast. I'm Jonathon Buckley, and we are broadcasting from San Diego Comic-Con, and we're having a blast. My adventures with Superman. We're mid-season 3 as it stands right now, and the cast and creators have just done their panel. They're on their way here to join us for a chat. We have the executive producers, Jake Wyatt and Brendan Clogher, and of course, the cast joining us, Alice Lee, who plays Lois Lane. We have Ishmel Sahid, who plays Jimmy Olsen, and of course, Supergirl, played by Kiana Madeira. Okay, Alice, Ishmel, Jake, Kiana, and Brendan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I am excited to be sitting here with you. I've been thoroughly enjoying my adventures with Superman, as I'm sure so many people here at the con in San Diego are. Have you had fun out there so far? We're in day 2. Has it been good?
People have been great.
Yeah?
So sweet.
Super supportive.
Super supportive.
I like it.
Super supportive. Super nice. Super all the things good.
Super all things great. Yeah. So you've done your panel.
Yes.
How did it go?
It was lovely, and they had great questions for the actors.
Mm-hmm. Where I'm up to, it's been a fantastic season so far. I think that the whole Hank storyline was powerful, and it was very sad in places. But now we're dealing with Clark Kent entering into this new existence. How is it? Do you ever pinch yourself and just think to yourself, how did I get involved in the world of Superman? Because it's such a big property. It's such a big character. It's such a big universe to operate in. Just go around. How do you feel just being part of it?
I mean, it's definitely a dream come true.
Yep.
Like when I auditioned for it, I thought it was a long shot, of course. I'm like, oh my God, Lois Lane for Superman.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll try it. And so to actually book it and be doing it with these guys, like it feels surreal. And it's such a great team. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite jobs I've ever done. So
is that right?
Yeah, 100%.
From a fun standpoint or just a rewarding standpoint?
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like good script, good people, good reception. Like I love the show too, because it's rare.
Ishmel?
Yeah, no, it's surreal, honestly. Every time I watch it, I'm like, damn, that's me. Like I can't fathom it, but like I always smile every time like I see episodes and like I hear my voice. And I think the cherry on the top is like watching people do like the reactionary videos on like YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that, and them being like super, super into it and really having their opinions on what they like, what quote unquote they don't like, in terms of like, in comparison to comics, but everybody's going to have their opinions if you're a super fan of like, your favorite comic book hero. But just like watching the comments of just people just like, I don't know, just.
Were you a fan before?
Of Superman? Yeah, I mean, as I grew up watching Superman, I wasn't like a diehard fan of Superman, but I always enjoyed like the story. Like I would watch it on, after school when it would come on TV and stuff like that. Yeah. So, but in general, just being part of like a superhero franchise, it's like what? Like, but it's really dope. It's really cool, like watching it and it actually being good.
Yeah.
And people.
Thanks,
I'm gonna say if I wasn't on the show, I would watch the show.
Yeah.
It's and I'm not just saying it's a really good show. It's a really good show. Long story short, it's been surreal.
So, Kiana?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with them. It's such a dream come true. Like, I think just like auditions in general, like especially voice auditions, you read for so many and you hear nothing. So when I got a call back and then met these guys on Zoom and did the callback and then I booked it, I was like, what is happening? This is crazy. It's my first animation jobs. Same with Ishmel and Alice. And it's just been so surreal. Like they're saying, like all the makings of something so great, like the team behind it, the writing, the fans, the support that we're getting behind it, like it's all so exciting.
Yeah.
And it's been really a dream come true.
Well, I guess for you, Jake and Brendan, getting into creating for this world, that's probably a different road altogether. How did you guys navigate that path to find yourself here today?
Oh, many hours of hard work. I mean, honestly, like to sort of answer your question before that, this is like the dream job. And I would like to do it forever. But to sort of my version of that path, I came up as an artist doing storyboards in animation. I worked at WB for about 10 years before I met Jake. It was meeting Jake and our friendship we sort of started around superheroes and Superman. And so like when we met each other, we just had so much enthusiasm. And I remember one day he asked me like, would you want to pitch a Superman show with me? I was like, yeah, of course. And that's how it happened. And like right after that.
Yeah, and we started from a place of like general enthusiasm about Superman, the character, and the world, and Lois and Jimmy and Kara as they've been written in the comics. And that was really kind of intimidating because he's been done so well so many times. Yeah. This whole cast has been done so well, and they're being done well again, right? I love James Gunn's movie. I love Richard Donner's movie. I love Bruce Timm's series. So that was really intimidating. But as the cast came together, we don't write generic Lois Lane anymore. We write to Alice's Lois. Right, we write to Kiana's Kara, right?
So you get to put your own flavor on it. That's
and it takes a lot of the worry out of it when you're writing to your friends and the way they perform these characters, and you're trying to set your actors up to do their best work. You're not writing generally Superman anymore. You're writing Jack. You're writing Ishmel. You're writing Alice. You're writing Kiana, and so that's kind of taken some of the worry out of it, and we focus on the characters that we've created with this cast.
Totally, because there is so much pressure involved when you have to balance other people's, I guess, imaginations of how these characters should look or be or act and everything else. And so obviously, how much of that do you take on, or do you just push that aside?
At the start, you take it all on and you try to say, okay, spiritually, who is this character for real? Yeah. Right. Like, what are the tenets of Lois Lane? She's a go-getter. She's committed to the truth. She's unafraid of anything to the point of constantly endangering herself. So you build that. And then once you have Alice's truth to that, you can hold on to Alice's truth and you can start writing to the Lois that you've written and the Lois that she's performed.
Yeah. Yeah. The animation style, looking at that just quickly, because going back to the start, that kind of anime style was super unique for this storytelling. Was there obviously there was a decision at that point, but how was that decision arrived at?
A meeting with executives looking at artwork.
Is that that sounds simple, but is it?
I mean, the truth is like Jake and I love anime.
Yep.
And what as artists, we're deeply inspired by anime, especially from the 90s, stuff that was on Toonami, and like as many people know and say, Dragon Ball, Sailor Moon. I also really like sort of the OVA genre of anime. That's like a little harder edged, but like cool, like adult animation stuff. Like the Ninja Scrolls of the world. But like coming from the Toonami background and that, like it was just natural for Jake and I to draw in a style we love and try to make our show at least capture the energy and the verve that brings to storytelling.
Yeah, the show looks a lot like Brendan's just like default vernacular, like the way that he draws, right? Yep. And then Christy Sang, who did our original character concepts, and then Do Hong, Elaine Bebayan, Carly Squitieri. These are people who came on and like added their touch to these characters.
Yeah.
And so Superman's actually gotten cuter season by season as they touch him, and we've gone almost from like action to romance as a show. But yeah, I think that's the way anime looks, because we all grew up on the Toonami block, right? Yeah. Is the natural default vernacular for a lot of people of our generation and the generations below. Yeah. So it's been really easy to staff those character designers.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm particularly, I know you just mentioned romance. There's some fun romance that is happening, particularly Ishmel with your character and with Kiana. I'm rooting for you guys right now. I've got high hopes. I was trying to get the inside goss from the executives over there, but we don't know. What do you have high hopes for Jimmy and Supergirl to make it?
I do. I do have high hopes. To get to a destination, you have to go through a few bumps in the road.
Yep.
You have to fill up the gas tank, halfway there. But no, I have high hopes. I feel like I just feel it adds to just the uniqueness of their situation. I feel like Jimmy unintentionally is complicating things, because he's looking out for the betterment of not only himself but Kara, and then in totality their relationship. And Kara takes it literally. So I don't know. I think they are the perfect match. They balance each other out. You know, I think it's just a matter of them kind of meeting in the middle and finding that synchronicity because they already have it. It's just somebody has to take the lead. You know, and I think she pushes it more than Jimmy. You know, but I don't know. It's they. I have high hopes for them.
Me too. I definitely have high hopes. And you know what? I think that they communicate pretty well. Like
I do too.
There's some real conversations being had.
Given that there's like an intergalactic difference between the two of them.
Literally from different planets.
Yes.
Like give them a break. They're figuring it out. Give them some time.
Yeah. Has it been fun to play in her sandbox? I feel like she's got so much to learn and so much to explore about the world. Do you see her figuring it out?
Yes. Yeah, I can see her figuring it out. It's been really, really fun to play with like the seriousness of like everything has stakes with Kara, you know, and she does take things literal. But I was saying at the panel earlier, when we meet her in season 2, she's like guarded. Her heart is not open to love. And she learns what love is and she's learning step by step. But like along with opening her heart comes like that fear of being hurt. And like, that's just such a fine line to walk as a human, let alone a Kryptonian. So, yeah, it's been really fun just like seeing like every time we get a script, like, okay, what's next? What's she gonna learn next?
It's fun and it's a fun dynamic, and the foursome has such a warmth to it, which I really enjoy watching. And you added something in this season as well, and I don't want to sound like I don't know the lore so much, but you've brought in Superman's son into the equation, which really kind of speaks volumes to Lois and Clark's relationship on a bigger scale. Again, I don't want to sound ignorant. Has that been done before?
So, not like this. Jonathan Kent is their son in the comics. But when he comes, Jonathan Kent comes the normal way through family planning, not through a time machine.
Right.
So John Kent through a time machine being like, Mom, Dad, we're going to save the world is our little spin on it. A different Superboy, Connor, is part of the Death of Superman in the 90s, the classic comics. So we wanted to pay him some homage with the sort of role that John takes in all this, and in some of the 90s stylings that we gave him. But yeah, we picked John and we wanted to introduce him this way because we wanted to freak Lois out. We wanted to push against what she and Clark, they're both kind of trying to escape into a false idealized world in different ways. Yep. Lois wants to hang on to this like young adult freedom forever and ever and ever. And she should hang on to it for as long as she can. And Clark's like, we'll just be Ma and Pa Kent. We'll live right here in this model farm and everything will be. And he shakes that up for everybody.
Yeah. Has it been fun exploring that this time around?
Yeah, it's been fun. Just like Lois really freaking out.
Yeah.
But also, you know, she softens up and she's like, oh my God, actually, this is pretty cool. Like having a son, like maybe we should have a baby.
Okay, so we've got some serious stuff to look forward to here. Does it complicate the series from a writing and producing perspective when you add timelines and time travel?
Massively. We had a whole day where we basically just worked out what the rules were going to be. Because we knew what we wanted to do, but time travel works different ways in different media. So we're like, okay, what are our rules? Like, because we have to actually be consistent with the way we present this to the audience. We have to follow at least some kind of logic. So we had to figure out what kind of time travel we were working with and then how we would work within those rules to deliver what we needed to our characters.
Yeah, I feel like you've just opened up a whole, worlds of possibilities. And I love the character of Jonathan Kent. I think that he's awesome. And him going back to the reality that he's effectively made worse.
Poor little guy.
Yeah, I feel like you're going to have a lot of stuff to explore here.
Yeah, we really put him through it.
I must compliment you as well, Alice, on your musical number.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Do you have a bit of background in musical?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah. I sing, and so they were like, "You're gonna sing." I was like, "Yeah."
Oh, that would have been a fun surprise.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we've put it out to our fans. We've got a few fan Q&As because you have many, and so they've sent through our social media channels to ask a few questions. So every adaptation of Superman feels a little different. When developing this version of Clark, what were the core traits you felt absolutely that you couldn't change?
He loves Lois Lane is number one for me.
Yeah, and then he's pure as the driven snow. What really makes this Clark different from the others is we really wanted to hit that he is Clark Kent first. That is the identity he was raised with. That's who he thinks he is.
Yes.
So at the start of our series, it was important to us that he be fully all the way Clark and not Superman. And that moves around. Sometimes Clark Kent is almost a character that Superman plays. We wanted him to be the core guy, the reality of his existence. And who Clark Kent is to us is someone who's always worried about other people first. Someone who's always ready to stand up for what's right. And someone who's a little bit afraid for everybody to find out he's an alien. Is a little bit scared of being an alien, of not being people, not being with the people around him. So that's what we tried to hang on to.
Yeah, Superman cares so deeply about the whole world. The idea, like his powers, the idea that he's that powerful makes him afraid that he can harm other people, and that is like where we start our entire series, is like with that character dilemma.
What's it been like working with composer Daniel Fletcher and exploring new areas musically for season 3?
We love Daniel so much.
Yeah, Daniel Future's the best. Danny's the best. He was at our panel in our green room. Oh man. So every season we kind of like pitch the whole thing out to Danny, and then he composes a suite. He like new themes, and y'all haven't even heard everything that he's written for us. His best music is genuinely yet to come.
Yeah.
But he's so collaborative and wonderful. He sat down and watched John Milius's, I think, 1983 classic Conan the Barbarian in completion with me just to score one episode.
Wow. Oh, wow.
It was awesome.
He sat there for all 3 hours and let me gush. And I was like, in the drums. And he's like, So he's a genius, and he's so collaborative, and he puts his whole soul into the show, and we can't thank him enough.
Oh, fantastic.
He also has a metal band.
Yeah, he also plays sick guitar. When you hear the guitar licks in My Adventures with Superman, that's Danny.
That's him doing it?
Yeah, Danny. Wow. Yeah, he majored in mandolin performance.
This one's for the cast. What has been your favorite moment to record in the booth?
It's not a specific scene, but there are times when Jake will do some of the comps.
I'll do scratch dialogue.
Yeah. And those are the best. He's just so invested. He gives his all.
Alice has laughed in my face. She's heard my performance and be like, she's like, no, it's good, I swear.
I'm not laughing at you. No. It's just so good. So that's just so fun. I always get surprised. I'm like, oh shit. It's Jake. Everything. I love the comedy. I love being like just big and funny. And they let me do that. It's such a safe space, so you can really stretch it. And then also just the dramatic moments. I love that this show is grounded and real, and I get to be emotional, and like there's so many subtleties in her character. So all of it.
All of it? That's
love
fair.
all of it.
No wrong answers. Ishmael?
I would say when I finally found the sweet spot to Jimmy, like when I finally like dialed in and I was like, okay, this is this character. I kind of finally got the cadence of, of the character. But I will say I enjoy screaming, when Jimmy like
really?
When he falls or like when he's like flying through the air and he gets dropped, but then, Kara saves him and just wailing and screaming. But I don't know, I really enjoy the because Jimmy can be so high in terms of his cadence and his demeanor, but I really like the parts where it's him and Kara, and he's trying to get out his feelings, and you kind of peel back the onion of, okay, this is a man who cares a lot, and oftentimes it's hard for him to get it out, and so it's really dope, really like taking the time to like really like say those words or trying to say the words of how he feels, the dramatic parts of it. So I think that's really cool that I get to have that balance of, fun and also just like romantic in a sense. And vulnerable as well too. So
nice.
I
think those moments hit so hard when Jimmy's like that. Like like because like you said, he's so energetic and like his cadence is like so high, and then when he gets real, like you really feel it.
Yeah.
I find. I'm I really like I have vocal nodules, so I shouldn't like this as much, but I love like the Super Saiyan like going off vocally.
Really?
Like yeah, like with the laser beams and out of Kara's eyes and like that kind of like fighting. I love vocalizing that. It's
You have
really
to
fun.
prepare pretty hard for that.
I
to,
should.
like, warm up and all that.
That's probably why I have pre-vocal
I was gonna
nodules.
say.
But you guys are great because we don't often have to do too many takes. We always do it at the end. So just in case I leave with an extra rasp in my voice, it's not affecting like the regular lines I have to say. But I really like Brendan, you normally talk me through the fighting stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like
Try to
pretty
make it easy.
technical, but like it's so cool. It's like, okay, and this effort sound for this kind of punch and like a longer one. And like I really like doing those physical things.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. I feel like I'd have a great time in there with you guys. It seems like you have a nice group of people. Is working on the show together pleasant, fun, enjoyable, all the rest of it?
It's the best.
I
Yeah.
love these guys.
Yeah, truly.
How could it not be?
Another fan question. Just in regards to what we were talking about before with Daniel Future. Are we ever going to get a soundtrack for the show?
Oh, you know, which
should.
camera is Warner Brothers?
Yeah, where are they?
We really should.
Yeah.
We really
we do
should
that?
get a soundtrack for the show.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we just about run out of time. You guys have got more Comic-Conning to do. Is that the best way to say that?
No, that works. Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta run the con.
You're going to go run the con. Congratulations on a fantastic series.
Thank you.
Your performances are fantastic. Very, very enjoyable. And I guess we've got some really cool stuff to look forward to. There you have it. Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank you.
much.